Hi, friends. We are back with episode 5 of Back to Basics Simplifying Therapies. Today, we will be addressing astrological healing. Before we start, for all those who are new to this, so Heal Clinic is a wellness platform where we work with different healers who are experienced in different therapies, and based on the client challenges, we create specialized healing plans for them. Uh, we have already done episodes where we have got a huge response. We have got a lot of engagement from clients, and thank you so much for all of that. In the last 4 episodes, we have addressed therapies like Reiki, Theta healing, radical healing, and tarot. Today, we are going to be looking at astrological healing. So, while everybody is aware of what astrology is and understands astrology in a certain way, not many are aware of how astrological healing helps and how it helps to heal different aspects of our life. And that is what we are going to be addressing today. Today, we will be talking to our very experienced healer, Geeta Dhage, who approaches astrology in a slightly different way than traditional healing. She calls herself a spiritual astrologer, though she does follow the rules of KP astrology. So we will be looking at the kind of astrology that she does and her views of what astrology is and what she means when she talks about astrological healing, about how we are energetically connected to different planets. We absorb the energies of different planets, and when there are certain imbalances in our life, it's also because our connection with that planet is slightly on the weaker side. So either we are not receiving the energy from those planets the way we should be. So in the astrological healing sessions that she does, she reconnects our connection to those planets and ensures that we kind of to which therapy would work better and which would work differently. So at Heal Clinic, we have developed the knowledge and the ability to kind of understand the client in a better way, to understand the challenges that they face, and then come up with a healing plan, a very customized healing plan. And which healer would work best for them. And that's what we have been doing very successfully in the last 4 years. But we also found that there's a lot of confusion in people's mind as to how different therapies work, because at the end of the day, it's energy work. They all work on our energy imbalances. So how is it that a theta healing is different from a radical healing or from a family constellation or from Reiki or from pranic healing? So that's how the whole idea of back to basics, simplifying therapies came, where every week we pick up one therapy and we kind of try and simplify it for all of you to understand how that works, how the energy of that therapy works, and also for you to understand our healers better, because each healer has a different style of working. Okay, I think she is facing some problem in joining us. Just bear with us for 2 minutes while she joins us. Uh, okay, 1 second. I think she is here. So she's actually new to social media. Geeta is not very active on social media, so we have to give it to her for this is her first Insta live. Yes, Geeta is here.
Hi,
Hi, Geeta.
hi,
So a
Deepti. How
big
are you?
welcome to Geeta Dhage. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. So a big welcome to you and thank you. I was telling them how this is your first Insta live, so bear with us for
Yes.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was explaining to them how you practice spiritual astrology, which is on the values of KP, and then astrological healing. So that's something which people are very unaware of as to how it works,
They'll
right?
know now. They'll know now.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of that. So let's start with first understanding astrology. As to see, you call yourself a spiritual astrologer. So how is
Exactly.
that different from the traditional astrology as we Indians understand?
Yeah. So it's not it's not different. It's like a baby. I mean, spirituality or see, everyone is a spiritual person, and every subject,
Right,
every modality has spirituality in it. So it's way we understand it. So
right,
what it is saying, astrology, it's a science. Basically, it's all like astronomy. It is connected to astronomy. So planets and
right,
constellation, everything is involved in
right,
astrology. So how we see traditional way Vedic astrology as it began, there were certain restrictions or people were not aware. Like we are living in a technological era. So back
Right.
then when astrology was discovered, it was a restricted space for them. So they had
Right.
certain do's, don'ts, and they planned in the how the environment worked then, back then. So they described or they defined the planets in certain ways. But now,
Right.
as eras, decades, eras, ages evolved, so we, like, it has to be little opened, or we have to become more liberal towards astrology, because back
Right.
then certain houses or certain planets were restricted. They had
Okay.
certain beliefs that okay, this house is only for those aspects, because back
Okay.
then the evolution was different. Now everything is accessible. And when back then when eighth house was considered, it was like a scary, eighth house and 12th house was little scary for them. But today,
Right.
if we see, eighth house has been playing an important role in everyone's life. Like eighth house is
Okay.
being a spiritual house, so it is evoking a lot of spiritual awakening is happening, more modalities are being created, more people are
Right.
connecting to the energy. So it is going that way. So when 12th house was considered back then, someone going to even a different a neighboring village, they were very skeptical. They didn't have that access.
Right.
It will take days for them to travel. They had to plan
True.
accordingly, and they did not
Right.
know if that person will come back again, will they meet them again or not. So,
Right.
but now if you see 12th house, people are dying to have a strong 12th house because it involves traveling abroad. So if we see today,
Okay.
so if we see today, people are craving, they want to travel and explore, and so many things are activities are there in 12th house. So from then to now, things have been evolved. So we should be
Right.
little our outlook, we should little come out and accept the houses, the planets, everything. And as such, there are certain planets which people are little skeptical, or they're scared, not skeptical, maybe they're scared about it, and they have certain beliefs. So they restrict themselves whenever they're going through certain phase, certain period.
Hmm.
They get scared. Okay, now Saturn has come, especially when it's about Saturn. They get really scared. Okay, we can't do, things will not move from here, it will be very difficult. So those beliefs are stuck to us, because back then those period were because as the season changed, and people were to create a space for them, they had to think very restrictively. They could not think, okay, we can do or we can bring a change. For them to bring a
Right.
change then back then was very difficult, or they had to
True.
put more effort there. Now when Saturn is there, it is for now in this present era, it's very easy for us to transform, change, because this planet Saturn is saying us to change, come out
Right.
of the old beliefs and look forward for life. And change is something we are scared about. We do not want to take the risk. So example for you
Right.
also, from corporate to healing, that transformation was now it
Hmm.
is good, but
Right.
initially it was very difficult for you also. So for me
Right.
also, from being a housewife in a comfortable space to become a healer was very difficult. But
Right.
as I see now, my Saturn being in eighth house gave me that reassurance that you can do it, you can come out of that old beliefs to transform yourself into the present era, the change, what we call it as. So
Right.
these are the things we should
Yeah.
little become more liberal about. The planets, I think we should start treating them as a friend, because
True.
every planet gives equal energy to each and every person. They are not biased, we are biased. we think, okay, no, we, like, they are punishing us, or, they are not giving us, or we are, I mean, there are, beliefs, like, again, it goes back to the beliefs.
True.
So, so that's how, like, I saw that,
Yeah.
by reading, going through many courses, attending other modalities, and it gave me that awareness to see the planet in a very, like, friendly mannerism.
Different
That's
way.
how,
No,
like,
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because even life, as you said, what it was before and what it is now. So, now even we need to look at different things. Science has progressed so much. Energy world has progressed so much that now we realize that
exactly,
energy is something that each of us can work on in a personal basis. It's very personal to
true,
everybody. So, which means that even something like
exactly,
astrology can be made more accessible to people and we can look at how we can explore different aspects.
explore, exactly,
Right? So,
very
yeah, so
true,
what
very
she's saying,
true.
guys, Geeta, what she's saying, so when she says spiritual astrology, she still follows the astrological rules and regulations. So it's not like if you do a session with her, she will still want your date of birth, your place of birth, your time of birth, your full name to draw the
I do want
astrological chart. Yes.
chart,
So it's
yeah,
not like she creates something out of the air, but the only
yes,
difference is that the way she looks at the chart and interprets the chart is in a slightly different way because she looks at it
different,
more from a spiritual development of a
spiritual
person
perspective.
and also from more from an energetic point of view,
Energetic, exactly,
right?
because certain planet indicates that, okay, maybe you are still stuck with certain beliefs. End of the day, everything revolves around our beliefs and our thought process, and the environment, from where we are coming, and those values, ethics,
Right.
everything comes, and it creates the reality for each and every person.
Yeah. I think also the difference is that in olden days, a reality changing was very difficult. If you're born in a certain
Very
family, if you're born in a certain profession,
true,
you couldn't
true,
really change. Whereas today, there's nothing to stop us because the
change.
access to information, access to different things is at a different level altogether, right?
True, very true, very true, very true.
Right. So, okay, so before we move on to the healing aspect of it, Geeta, one thing that we get a lot is people think that astrology is set in stone. So, if somebody has read their chart and said that this is what is going to happen in your life, they are like, okay, this is what is going to happen, nothing can
This is what,
change.
yeah, yeah.
Right? So, you have
So
a slightly
first,
different view to that.
yeah. So first time when you approach astrologer, and when the astrologer suggests, it becomes a belief. Instantly, it becomes a belief. So that's when it
Right.
becomes difficult from you to, like, first thing, what was your purpose to go approach a astrologer? Okay, you
Hmm.
needed a solution for it, but that solution has, like, made a belief. I mean, there itself, like, it created a belief for you. It did not give you a solution, but it created a belief in you unconsciously. It could be unconsciously,
Right.
but yeah, the astrologer is, see, all respect to the other astrologers and all that, because I'm also coming from that, space. So I understand everyone has their own perspective, and all respect to everyone. What they are doing is amazing work, but again, like, sometimes it becomes restrictive. So and when we approach an astrologer, we have that, okay, remedy is our first thought. So what is the perception is that remedy can create a reality. Okay, we do this remedy, it will, like, we are nullified with our karma, and all our agony is been dissolved, and we see we can create, we can become a millionaire. Everyone wants to become a millionaire. We think, okay, which, doing a remedy, it's a stepping stone. So you
Right.
keep on doing the remedies. How long? Okay, when while doing a remedy, very good, it gives you energy change, energy shift, because it takes you in a meditative form. So while doing a
Right.
remedy, when you do a puja, when you do a chanting, when you go to a temple, it completely changes your surrounding. It creates a new energy. It completely
Right.
dissolves your negativity, and it gives a fresh approach. But
Right.
from there, how you channel it is very important. So sometimes
True.
people do, and they sit, wait for the time. They think, okay, this month is not good, or this week is not good. Let me wait. Let me, like, let that period come, and I'll see then. Things will change. it, like, magic. They are expecting certain magic. For certain people, yeah,
Right.
that meditative form, maybe they need that space, they need that stillness, that pause in their life, they will see the change. But for some, what happens, it becomes a stagnation. When they come out of that period also, they are clueless, or sometimes they're confused,
Right.
sometimes they feel, okay, it's not, it didn't happen, nothing changed. It's not
Right.
that, like, for me, like when I talk about spiritual astrology, it's not that everyone is happy or everyone sees a change around them once the prediction is done. They have to wait, they wait. And even, like, after 2 years they come back and say, okay, that things happened, but it happened eventually. It's not like, because what happened is they worked on their condition, they worked on their
Right.
belief system. That's
Right.
that way things will eventually change. So even, like,
Right.
when you're doing a remedy, that moment it is giving you a space to think, relax. So from there, you should create an idea. You should channel your energy in a right direction. You should create an idea, or you should plan out, okay, this period has given me a pause. I should create that. But people just think, wait, and maybe that's not their purpose also. Maybe they are, like, hoping for a promotion or a pay hike, or change in job or something. But that's not happening, because maybe they are not putting an effort, or maybe that is not their forte.
Right.
They should,
No, I think what
maybe they
also
should
this
work.
does, what also, yeah, I think what this also does is, so from what she's talking, right? So I'll share about a client which we were working with when we did a session. So it was recommended that a certain ritual or certain practice had to be done. So post that practice, it's not like the issue from the client's life disappeared, but suddenly
Disappear.
opportunity came up. The opportunity, a new opportunity came up for that client.
Huh.
So this was a health related aspect. So where an opportunity came up with finding the right doctor, which the person was struggling to find. So after that ritual was done, but then it's also that that person continued to hunt for it. So where in the last 1 year they didn't find the doctor, after that practice was done based on the recommendation of you, they found that doctor, and then things started working well. So they continued
Exactly.
looking, and when they found the right doctor, they took action on it. So it's not like when you do a session and
Exactly.
then you sit and say, "Ki, acha, theek hai, Geeta has said this will happen in my life, and this will happen." No, you have
Exactly.
to work for
Exactly.
it.
And
It's
it is
just that
not
new
only,
things start opening up.
yeah. Yeah. So not only with spiritual astrology, even when you're going for a Vedic astrology, when they
Right,
say, when they suggest, okay, that means that planet is not punishing you. That means you are not receiving that energy, because it has, like, the energy is set when you're born. You come with a plan. All the planets will promise you that they will help you out, but the
right,
right time you need to manifest, or, like, connect to that energy to receive
right.
it.
So that brings us to the main part of this whole discussion, astrological healing, connecting to the
Yeah.
planets and their energy. So
Yes.
first we could start with you explaining what do we understand by astrological healing? Because it's a very new
So
term for most of our audience.
yeah. So see, when a person comes to us, like, astrology, uh, maybe they earlier gone to certain astrologers, they have gone through the predictions and they are waiting for the time and all that. Then they come to me and they ask, like, okay, we know, and they read about it. Certain people read a lot about planets and, daily horoscope and everything. So they come and ask, okay, I've been through all this, I don't want all that, I don't want to hear all that. So then I thought, okay, let's not use the terminology. If
Hmm.
I start using the terminology again, the mindset is already, they have been through that. They been through that Saturn, Mercury, Mars, and all that. Okay, Manglik too, all that doshas, planet is
Right.
retro, this dosha you have, and all that. And doshas, when we come to dosha also, but, like, I'm just deviating from this.
Yeah,
But
no problems.
so after 30 years, no dosha works. It is, every dosha is dissolved, because
Oh,
divine
okay.
gives you the 30 years, first 30 years, to plan, to make it happen. Because you have knowledge, you have energy, you can win, you can create your own, like, reality. Everything is being given then to create, to change. Even like, maybe people will say, okay, I was not blessed with money, or I was not blessed with a proper environment or proper parents, and so many complaints. So it's
Right.
fine. But you have that awareness. You can create your own reality with your own knowledge, with your own awareness. So first 30 years, all that happens, it's dissolved, because planets also give up. The grahas also says, okay, we give up. Maybe we'll see next lifetime. So this
Okay.
ends. So after 30 years, no dosha. You can't say, okay, I have this dosha. I cannot do that. So again, that's a belief. So these things happen. So I thought, okay, let's not get into the planets, because the terms are
Right.
really like, it's become a regular thing for them, or they have
Yes.
like, given up. So then, like, I was reading a lot about the planets, and even like, Western astrology, spiritual astrology, soul astrology, they are available online. So I
Right.
have undergone a course on soul astrology from an American lady. So she has given a beautiful description about each planet, how it works, how we can receive. So when we see the chart, the placement of, when we look at the chart, the placement of the planets, everything will reveal within seconds. Like, everything is visible, that okay, these planets are contributing or not contributing, okay, how the thought process are working or not working. So that's how, like, okay, we come to know, okay, the first house is this, second house is doing this, and where the other planets. So sometimes, like, all the planets are like, confused, or like, they are trying to bless you with energy, and you are like, not in the frame to receive it. So that's how, like,
Right.
I started looking planets in a different perspective, in an energy form. So okay,
Right.
you have this thought process. Okay, let's say, okay, you had an abusive childhood. Okay, so now your chart is saying Saturn is in a retro position. So what is happening? There is something somewhere coming from a past life also. Saturn evolves
Right.
to a past life. It connects to a past life also. So that's where we can connect immediately. Okay, this is what is happening in this person's life. Maybe that abusive childhood has created a belief in her or him that they can't perform, or they are scared of an authority, or they
Right.
avoid authority, they avoid crowd, they try to
Mhm.
isolate, or they are more a introvert person.
Right.
So that's how, like, while doing many charts, I was able to, like, understand and connect with the planets, that these are the issues which are lying. Okay, so once they work on these issues, okay, that's been done. And one more thing, where hypnotherapy, reiki, everything helped me, theta healing, these all modalities help me to understand planets in a better way.
Right. So when you
So
do, let's say, a session on astrological healing, what does that involve?
so that's how, like, now you're going through a planet, or you feel, okay, this planet is, like, giving that person a variation, or low in energy, or disturbed, or not finding a proper path and all. So that's how, like, let's say Mercury, usually Mercury gives a lot of, because everyone is working, everyone is occupied with profession and lot of activities in their life. So Mercury is one chart, like, one planet where we can like, I mean, it is visible in the person's chart. Okay, this planet, okay,
Right.
so maybe the planet Mercury or any other planet is not providing, or the person is unable to receive. So that's where, like, uh, uh, of course, I don't directly suggest, okay, do the planetary healing, but okay, theta healing, yeah, best is the theta healing, where you can go to the 6th level, where the all the laws are created, astrological laws are created there. We can go talk to the planets and go to the 7th plane and heal ourselves. So that way,
Mhm.
the balancing of planets happen. So
Okay.
that's
So
how.
basically, astrological healing, what you're saying is that once you identify that which particular planet is either strong, but we are not receiving the energy, or there is some kind of blockage between our energy and the
Blockage.
planet's
Yeah.
energy, then you
Yes.
can use, so with that information, you can use different other modalities
Yes.
to help in removing that blockages.
Removing that. Yeah. It could not
Right.
only be the planet involved, it could be the person's thought process, or could be some beliefs or something carrying, like, some baggage. It could be.
Right. So the area which that planet affects basically in our lives, because each planet has
Exactly.
an effect on different areas of our lives.
Exactly. It do has.
So can we also, so like you said, like you can deal with, like, let's say in this healing, we look at healing our past lives beliefs, the current life beliefs. Can this also be used to change our future?
Uh, See, it's we can't say yes, we can't say no. Yeah, but how
Okay.
the person is receptive to the healing. So first thing, the person should agree to go to the healing. First thing
Mm-hmm.
first, if when we have discussed the chart and we say, okay, this areas need to be healed, it needs to be acknowledged. So you can
Right.
visit a healer. So if the person is ready to face it, because sometimes what happen, if the person is going with a certain issue, it can, like, one string, it can pull lot of things, lot of areas can be connected. So
Mm-hmm.
they are a little skeptical about it, to go visit and heal themselves. So
Right.
that's where it will be. Maybe they will reach their destination, maybe the success and all. But see, again, this will become like a belief. But yeah, I would say, because it is running, maybe they have to reach, or, like, they have to like have a package of, like, 6 digits or 7 digit. Maybe they are still having the five digit ka package.
Right.
Life will go on. Life is, like, fine with them, but the ability, their potential is missing there. So what if
So
they are acknowledging it, they can reach to, like, becoming a billionaire. But there are
right.
certain
So
restrictions
healing can
about
actually help. So
it.
healing can
Will help.
actually help in kind of come out with our potential. It can actually
Potential.
help open
Exactly.
doors. But
Exactly.
finally, what you do with those doors is something that you have to figure out.
Choice. Yeah,
You have to
exactly.
work towards it.
Work
So
towards it.
yeah, so
Exactly.
guys, healing and astrology is not magic. Like, you do a session and you say कि, oh, you know
Yeah.
what, I'm earning this, I want to earn tenfold. आज ये healing कर लिया, कल से मेरे को वो tenfold मिल गया. No, it doesn't work
Nay,
that way.
nay, not at all.
Right?
And and you can change your destiny. It's in your hand to change or not. Yeah, all the
Right.
planets are helping you out, but there are certain limitation also, because how we have planned our life journey, the script,
Right.
the blueprint. So we come up with the
Right.
blueprint. Maybe we have, like, planned to not become a millionaire. We just want to, like, have a normal life, or, like, certain restrictions. So it's a choice again.
Right.
But
So I think
also,
this is something which,
huh?
yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, no, no. You go ahead. No, I was saying that even when we come with a plan, there are possibilities, because a human, we have all that, cravings, and,
Hmm.
to achieve power. So sometimes, like, what happens, especially when the person is having a strong Mars, planet Mars. So they crave for power. They have that ability, like a warrior. They want to, like, achieve. They want to climb high. They want to go, like, rule the world, like a warrior. They want to be, like, there. So sometimes, like, that also, when you heal yourself, or when you receive it in a proper way, the energy of Mars, that will definitely lead you to the highest destination, like, highest
Right.
position.
Right.
So certain
So
planets
something
have
that,
that power. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
huh. So something that, a lot of people ask us that if they can do the astrological chart reading for a third person.
Hmm. Okay.
So how ethical or how non-ethical is that?
So until and unless the person does not give you permission, I would not recommend that. So once I have the permission, then, and I am, like, uh, someone, like, asking, I do not communicate with that third person. but the second person says, no, I have taken the permission, and I, like, third person is fine with it, then I do it. That's not, like, indulging in their karma, or, like, because
Right.
second person has convinced me. So that they have taken, and how genuine that is, it's not up to me that. But I would recommend
Okay.
that, like, the consent is always taken. And usually I do not encourage below 18. So 18 years would be the right age for you to get a reading done, because the person is
Right.
much more mature to handle things and to understand things. So
Right.
sometimes, like, if we discuss a chart about a child, so in the chart, it could be like, the person can become a artist or a creative. That person can be, the child could be a creative person, and we say, oh, the person can be a creative person and all. They may take it at that moment, but end of the day, as a parent, they would want that person to become a engineer, doctor, or mainstream line, right?
Right.
So, and that you know that child ka entire childhood is ruined. So they go, like, because they have that baggage, like, parents pestering, parents forcing them to study and all, marks and all that. So that's a
Right.
reason, uh, not required. And especially when a parent comes and asks, though, it's completely no. Even
For
the chart says, if the person is going to become a doctor or engineer, still I say no. Let the child decide, and they will do,
right.
they will definitely, like, what is there in the chart, it will happen. They will create that reality, until and unless there is no,
Right.
like, external force, like, provoking or poking
Hmm.
you.
Right. No, I remember when you said this Buddha story, right? His father, the king, was told when he was born that he will either become
True.
a great king or a great sage. So his father did everything possible to prevent
Everything
him
to
from looking at the
prevent,
miseries
yeah.
of life, right? There was so
True,
much pressure on him,
true.
but finally he did what he had to do.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
So I was just
So
reminded of that story. Guys, if anybody has any questions, we are open for questions. So while people write questions, one topic that I'll bring up, which is very popular and which we get asked a lot, with the suicide of Sushant Singh Rajput, a lot of people ask about the impact of suicide. So I'm not, guys, we are not going to predict here whether SSR was
yeah,
murdered or he committed suicide.
yeah.
So what I wanted to ask you is like the impact of, let's say, a suicide or an unnatural death, which could be either murder, suicide by accident. How does that get reflected, or is that something that can be known in advance?
So we are not going to get into that death part and all that, because as per ethical reasons and controversies, no indulging in that.
Right.
But whatever the situation or whatever is happening right now, it is definitely going to bring a huge change. You can see so many support people, like, really coming out and talking about it, which was same thing in Nirbhaya's case. If you have
Right.
noticed, from then to now, people have, like, they have really come out and spoken, and, like, things have changed, evolved from then to now. The same way, like, of
Right.
course, the reality is we should not be waiting for such events to, I mean, some things to happen, but we should really, like, work so that we can transform. And this era is all about that. Even in new astrology, we are entered into, like, a new reality. We are creating a new reality. We are heading
Right.
towards a golden era, golden age. So this is
Okay.
all the preparation for that, so that you are empowered, you are aware about your, at least about your surrounding. So definitely, his, you know that has brought lot of change. People are coming out and talking about it, and whatever, like, the background is, and people talking about the power and
Right. But
everything,
like, but does unnatural death also get reflected in a chart?
uh, it's something like, sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes the soul decides to leave the world, because
Okay.
first thing, they could have completed the mission. Second, it could be that nothing is working for them. around,
Okay.
like nothing, like the plan is not getting executed. Maybe they are not finding the direction or support, or everything they have done, and there is nothing, like everywhere it is closed, it is dark for them. So that's where that they take such they decide immediately. So it's
Right.
unpredictable. That is unpredictable. These
Okay.
unnatural deaths are unpredictable. It can happen if it's not in the plan. Also, they can take the these steps because
Right.
no support.
Hmm. Okay. So Kirti has asked a question, how to change your destiny by free will and choice, or are we puppets in the hands of destiny? That's a
No,
very interesting
free
question,
will.
Kirti. It's like
Yes.
destiny
Yeah.
versus free will is my favorite
Yes.
topic.
So yeah, definitely we become puppets. We definitely, because of our environment, our conditions, and even if we are following astrological chart, through certain planets, certain beliefs, we become like like a puppet to the universe, like to the entire surrounding society. Everything we become a puppet. But end of the day, how long you want to be like hanging there? Would you not want to come down and create your own identity, rather like dance to the tune, like someone as a puppet, someone is holding you now. That holding is what the string is, the belief that like we are bonded to certain beliefs or society or restrict family. So all that. So how receptive or how uh, I mean, do you really want to bring a change? This is for yourself. This is not for the world. We are purely talking about yourself. Self is very important. You have to prioritize yourself. Of course, I understand people like coming from restricted space, family, and all that. Sometimes it's not acceptable. Even today, I do my work, this is not accepted in my family. They were all like I mean, astonished, like what are you doing, what is this all things, why don't you find a job if you really want to do something? So this is
Right.
like something you have to decide. You have to create that space where people will start accepting you. So maybe sometimes what happened, presentation also come, how we present that work to people around us. So it's not proving also, but we have to create our own identity to be like to be out of that space, and we create our own destiny. And always
Right.
when we come up with a plan, we can always change that plan. As we already
Right.
discussed, we can always change our reality, we can always change our destiny, because destiny is in our hand.
Right. I hope, Kirti, that answers your question. Soumya has asked, how can we amplify the power of the current planet which is governing our charts?
So we can definitely like connect to the planet itself. First thing, we have all that power, we have all that knowledge to connect, because it's all around us. Planets are all around us, within us, I would say, within our chakras, you know. So we can just connect to that planet, and we can talk as you talk like to a child, or when you talk to your divine, you can interact with the planet and figure out what is happening, why things are happening to you. You will definitely get your answers, maybe not instantly, maybe through dreams or through some science, to something like definitely you will find out your answers to the planet, what your like concern is about. So see,
Right.
again, it's how you believe. You believe, it will happen. You don't believe it, it's your own ways. You know how to deal with it. So when a person is a very strong person and he doesn't believe or she doesn't believe in anything, they have that they are very focused, they go, they like they are very focused, they go bang on, they have their success. But for some, it's choices are there, and there are certain confusion, there are certain planets which needs to be balanced. So certain times what happens is, maybe certain planets are conveying you something, that okay, this is what you need to be doing. So if a person is a shy person, maybe planet Mars is like is indicating, or like when you say a person is manglik, that planet is tapping you and saying that, okay, come on, wake up. You have to find out your own power, become more strong. Because see, Manglik, this term has come because maybe in the olden times women were submissive. They were not exposed or explored to the bigger picture. So that's where they try to suppress, and all that happened. And but the Mars planet is saying, okay, if you see Jhansi Lakshmi Bai, you can see that because the power, the way she fought the battle is because she had that power. Her Mars was giving her that power, that courage to go and face the war, face the battle. So
Right.
that's how we need to evoke that energy from those planets.
Right. No,
It's
this is
nothing
something very
to judge
interesting
that.
that the, yeah, there's very interesting. I think it's a very interesting twist that Geeta has got in this discussion to planets, that planets are nothing but energies. So instead of forming beliefs that this is what, if this planet is strong in my chart, this planet is weak in my chart, if we look at that, what is the energy of each planet? Like, for example, if Venus is heart, Venus is
Yes.
all about love. So instead of looking at the chart and saying, oh, Venus is, weak, so I will not look at how you can kind of connect to the power of Venus. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go up and look at Venus. It also means it could be your heart chakra, it
Heart
could be
chakra.
strengthening your
Exactly.
heart chakra, right?
True. Very true.
So similarly, each of the, she has a very interesting concept also, where she talks about how each chakra is associated with the planet.
Yes.
Am I right, Geeta? Yeah, so in fact, the
Yeah,
meditation
yeah,
which
yeah,
she's
yeah.
going to do today
Your voice
is
is
from a
breaking.
chakra point of view. Okay, okay, Jagriti is asking, can we do astrological remedies on behalf of a family member?
Again, this is a very big myth or something Um, okay, I'll give you a small example. See, again, I respect all the festivals, I respect all the religions because I have my clans from all the religions. There is no restriction to it. So, uh, when a woman performs, Karwa Chauth, and few years down the lane with the partner, one partner leaves. So how will you judge that? I mean, was she doing in a wrong way, performing Karwa Chauth or fasting for the husband? How does it go? Like, how will you, define that the partner has left early? So you're
Right.
getting my point. So any remedy you do it for, when you say, okay, I'm doing for my daughter, I'm doing for my husband, I'm doing for my mother or parent or anyone, the the most powerful energy, when you are creating that energy, it goes within you, it surrounds you. Maybe when you go to that person and console or talk, you will give that energy to them. But whenever you perform a remedy, it is for yourself, and the best thing is you have to perform, you have to be there, because it is required for you, not for the other person. If the person is unable to go there, then it's a different thing. You can just ask the pandit to do it and all that. But it is requested, fasting, be it anyone, being it a man has to do it, man has to do it. There has nothing gender bias, no one is gender biased, no god is gender biased, or no planet is gender biased. So they have to be responsible for their own life. No one is responsible, not the wife or not the husband. So
Right.
so
That's the
person,
premise of all realities, that you take responsibility for what's happening in
exactly,
your life, you sort
exactly.
your part, and things will start getting sorted out around you.
Very true, very true. And even if you read Bhagavad Gita, Divine has said that only. Ki you are responsible for your reality, your doing, not doing, your everything.
Right. With
So
Jagriti, I
yeah,
agree. more for myself because it's one day in the year that I fast. So my system kind of detoxifies, and my
No,
husband
yeah,
knows that.
see, if you're doing, that's your free will. See, if you're happy doing, do it. I'm not saying, see, we do it. I also do it, but I do it for myself. I feel, okay, my body is rejuvenating. Okay, I choose Monday because Sunday I had a heavy meal. So to Monday, I'll, detoxify. That's a good thing. So see, of course,
Yeah.
somewhere like, if we do, we have to see spiritually also. Monday we are choosing because it is connecting us to the universal creator, Shiva, Lord Shiva. So that Shiva consciousness is evoking in us. So we are connecting to the energy and we are benefiting out of that. Right.
Right. Agree. So I think festivals this discussion
Pardon?
is very interesting because helps us look at kind of everything in a different way, like whether it is planets, whether it is festivals. I think festivals, if we look at more often, instance where all of us these days live in our own houses, our own lives. It's a way to meet other people. It's a way to kind of celebrate, which we forget in
Exactly.
today's world.
Celebrate. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Thank you
Get
for
together, have.
question. Yeah. Okay. Aditya is asking, is modern astrology any different than the older techniques? Aditya, we have already answered in the beginning of this
Yes.
discussion.
Yes.
I think you joined it. So,
Late.
post this discussion, we'll be posting this video on our IGTV. So, you could probably look at the first half because this is exactly what we have already answered. So, it would be a little unfair to all the others who have been here from the beginning to
True.
kind of
Yeah.
repeat,
Yes.
right? So, if everybody is ready, we could do the meditation.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, we will connect to the planet. I know everyone must be having their own planetary condition or they want to know more about their planets. But let's come to a middle line, and we will connect to a heart chakra, which is planet Venus, because it's all about self. Venus is talking about love, compassion, receiving, and what do you say, it is like forgiving, thanking, gratitude, forgiveness, everything is coming from heart. So that's how we can connect to planet Venus and take its energy, so that that compassion, that warmth, that that receiving is that what do you say, it's a pure energy where you can uh, I mean, it can transform you and look in a different perspective,
Right. And
in
I
a
think it's
loving.
needed in today's it's needed in today's world with all the fear and uncertainty that we are living in. So I think that's a beautiful thing. Let's connect to our heart chakra. That's something which most of the healers will also agree that in today's world, most of us have blocked heart chakras in some way or the other.
Yes,
So either
true,
we
true.
receive love more than giving, we all have issues in receiving love.
Receiving, true. Exactly.
Right?
This opens a channel. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
shall
We
we
say
start?
we align to planetary energies, create pathways to communicate, to create path. One second. So when we align to planetary energies, do we create pathways to communicate? I think she's asking that so can we create new pathways through by our connections to our to planets? So like let's say if now
Yes.
we are doing it, can we create new
Yes.
pathways?
Yes, we can definitely create a pathway. For some, it could be self-esteem, or it's all about self-worth, self-recognizing. It can connect there. And some could be very confident about ourselves. They could be looking out for someone to receive love from, a loved one, or companionship. It could be worked on that way. And also, Venus can give you pleasure of life. It gives you abundance, it gives wealth, it gives luxury in your life. So it's
Right.
all, Venus is something it, how much you can receive from it. It's wealthy planet. So
Right.
it is wealth is also there, monetary is also there, material is also there, and also it is giving you love, unconditional love also. Venus, it's a beautiful planet. So all planets are beautiful, but Venus has something that's why we create that energy in our heart chakra.
Cool. Nice.
So
So let's start that.
Yeah. So anyone like, want to use crystal also, rose quartz, they can also like, use. That is like, that creates like opens the blockages, anything having in their heart
Okay.
chakra. Yeah.
Sure.
See, okay, close your eyes. Take 3 deep breathings. Inhale through your nostrils and exhale through your mouth. Bring all your consciousness, awarenesses into your heart chakra. Start focusing on your heart chakra. As you focus your heart chakra, you will start feeling the energy around your heart chakra. Bring all the consciousness, awarenesses, wherever it is scattered, bring it into your heart chakra. Keep focusing on your heart chakra. The more you focus, the clearer your heart becomes, and you will start hearing your heartbeat. And now, as you connect to your heart chakra, ask your higher consciousness, your guides, angels, archangels, fairies, to show you the planet Venus, which is there above your crown chakra. It is right there above your forehead, above your scalp. Just above your head is the planet Venus. And request the planet to provide you with the beautiful energy, and you will see a beautiful pink light coming from the planet Venus and entering into your heart chakra. A beautiful pink light is being received in your heart chakra. And your heart chakra is glowing with the pink light. And this energy is now entering into each and every part of your body, into each and every cell of your body, and your cells are glowing with this beautiful pink light. And this pink light is now coming out of your body and creating a beautiful ball all around you. This is a pure, loving light. It is creating love around you. And now we lock the energy. You can lock the energy with a symbol or anything you feel, or you can ask the Creator, your divine, to lock it for you. Take 3 deep breathings and absorb all this light within you. Now, thank the planet Venus for being there and giving you the energy required. Thank all the masters, your higher consciousness, angels, archangels, fairies, who are present there around us. And whenever you feel, you can gently open your eyes.
It's really
Yeah, it
beautiful.
was amazing. No, the energy also was very powerful. I mean, it's there. We can feel that. Thank you.
I think it's also, we have quite a few healers also watching this. So I think all their energies have also joined in.
Thank you. Thank you for being there.
This is really beautiful. Thank you so much for this. This was like, I think this was something really needed with all the fear, uncertainty that's going on around us. This was something that is really needed.
Yes.
Is
Yes. Thank you
Soumya
for the
there?
opportunity. Yeah.
I'll just say, is Soumya there who had asked a very interesting question?
Yes.
Uh, yeah, so if Soumya is there, we would like to give her the free astrology session. Or has she left? If Soumya is there, please DM us post this session, or else I will DM her. We will schedule your session. So
I think you
congratulations,
can
Soumya.
choose someone else.
And
Someone. Dipti, sorry. Can you choose someone else?
okay, you know Soumya. Okay, is Kirti there? Kirti was one more person who had asked us some questions.
Okay.
Kirti Da.
Okay.
So Kirti, if you are there, if you could DM us after this session, or I will DM her, and we'll arrange the session. So congratulations, Kirti. Sorry, Soumya.
Congratulations, Kirti. Yeah, because she's always in touch with me. Soumya, sorry, Soumya. You're there for me. I'll answer you.
Uh, Kirti, if you could DM us at Heal Clinic after this session, we'll schedule a astrology session for you from Geeta. That's totally free from us. Congratulations. So
Congratulations,
thank.
Kirti. Yeah.
So if anybody wants an
Thank you.
astrology session, please connect with us, and then we could do your chart, and Geeta would kind of explain how the chart is. And then if anybody wants a healing session, we are there. And thank you so much to everybody for attending this.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thanks a lot
to see you
for
next
being
Wednesday.
along. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Deepti, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very
Privilege.
much. Thank you.
So next, we're talking about Akashic Records. So
Oh, wow.
whoever is in for Akashic Records, next Wednesday, 7 p.m. on our page.